There is a question spreading quietly through every independent repair shop in America right now. A customer pulls in with a brand new car, a 2023, a 2024, sometimes a 2025 still under factory warranty, and the mechanic walks around it, runs a scan, and then says something that would have been unthinkable a decade ago. I can't fix this here, not because it can't be fixed, not because the parts don't exist, but because a wall of proprietary software, locked data, and expensive hardware has been built between your car and the person most qualified to work on it. And that wall was not built by accident. This is the story of how the repair industry got locked out of the cars you are driving today, and what that means for every dollar you spend on maintenance from this point forward. Let's start with a number, 84%. That is the share of independent repair shops, SSO, surveyed by the Auto Care Association, who said vehicle data access is the #1 threat to their business. Not rising insurance costs, not competition from dealerships, not EV uncertainty. Data access, the ability to actually read what is happening inside the car you brought them to fix. Here is the problem in plain terms. Every modern vehicle is now a rolling computer network. Your engine, your brakes, your steering, your blind spot sensors, all of it runs on software. And all of that software is generating diagnostic data around the clock. That data is being transmitted wirelessly from your car to the manufacturer's servers. General Motors has OnStar. Ford has Ford Pass. Toyota, Stellantis, Hyundai, they all have their own systems. Your car is talking to them constantly. Your mechanic? The one you have trusted for years? He cannot hear a word of it. Because the manufacturers have locked that data behind proprietary software subscriptions that can cost thousands of dollars per brand per year. And even when a shop pays for access, they get a degraded version. Enough to clear a code, not enough to actually diagnose what triggered it. But here is the conflict that changes everything. While your independent mechanic is locked out, your dealership is not. The dealership gets the full feed, real-time diagnostics, pre-failure alerts. In some cases, they know your car needs service before you do, and they are already contacting you before you ever feel a symptom. A U.S. PIRG Education Fund report published in early 2026 documented exactly how this works. Manufacturers, including GM, send monthly diagnostic reports directly to customers, paired with dealer maintenance notifications that automatically alert service centers to contact you and schedule an appointment. Toyota sends vague, in-car dashboard warnings with a button that calls the dealership directly. No fault code, no explanation, just a button. This is not a coincidence. This is a system, and independent shops are absorbing the cost of being shut out of it. Data restrictions cost independent repair shops an estimated $3.1 billion every year. That is revenue being systematically redirected from local shops to dealership service centers, and consumers are paying for every cent of it through higher repair bills. Car repair costs have climbed 63% since January 2020, 63% in 5 years. Bureau of Labor Statistics data. And while some of that is parts inflation and labor shortages, a significant share traces directly to the shrinking pool of shops that can actually work on your car. In California alone, the number of licensed independent auto shops has dropped by more than 13% since 2014. More than 1 in 8 shops gone. Now let's talk about what has happened to the cars themselves. Modern vehicles now contain over 100 million lines of code. According to McKinsey, software-related issues now account for up to half of all automotive recalls. What this means in the repair bay is that your car's problems are increasingly not mechanical problems with mechanical solutions. They are software problems requiring a specific manufacturer's diagnostic tool, a specific scan procedure, and sometimes a live connection to that manufacturer's servers just to complete a fix. Take the fastest growing repair category right now: ADAS calibration. Advanced driver assistance systems, lane keeping assist, automatic emergency braking, blind spot monitoring, now standard on nearly every new vehicle. 94% of 2023 model year vehicles already had forward collision warning installed, according to NHTSA data. Now here is what happens when one of those sensors gets knocked out of alignment. It is not enough to straighten the bumper. You have to recalibrate the sensor to within millimeter precision. An Insurance Institute for Highway Safety study found that a camera misalignment of just 0.6 degrees can reduce braking effectiveness by 60%. These are life and death calibrations that require equipment costing tens of thousands of dollars per shop before a single subscription fee. A survey of 600 repair shops across 13 major markets found that 47% had to turn down ADAS-related repairs in the past 12 months. The number one reason was a lack of calibration equipment. Nearly half of all independent shops are now turning away work that was required on 65% of collision repairs as of mid-2025, projected to hit 75% by 2027. But here is the twist no one expected. The manufacturers know exactly what is happening. Because the more independent shops that close, the more captive the repair market becomes. Ford has reportedly projected its connected vehicle services will generate $20 billion in profit by 2030. Stellantis targeted $4.7 billion in global revenue from connected vehicle programs by 2026. The service revenue model has been built into the business plan from the start, and to protect it, automakers have gone to war against every attempt to open the market back up. Massachusetts voters approved automotive right to repair by referendum in 2020. Automakers sued to block it. Maine passed a similar law in 2023. Automakers sued again. The Repair Act, federal legislation requiring manufacturers to give independent shops the same data access that dealerships have, has been working its way through Congress. In February 2026, the House subcommittee advanced it unanimously. In early March 2026, the full House Energy and Commerce Committee voted to send it to the floor. That is real progress, but it has not yet become law. Meanwhile, 51% of independent shops reported sending as many as 5 vehicles per month directly to OEM dealerships. Not by choice, but because the data lock left them no other option. So what does this mean for you? It means your repair options are narrowing. The shop you have trusted for 15 years may not be able to service the new car you just bought. When your dashboard sends a vague warning that says, "See your dealer," the dealer already knows what it is, and your mechanic legally cannot access the same information without paying thousands of dollars that may not even get them the full picture. The 63% rise in repair costs you have already felt is not the ceiling. It is the floor. The one piece of leverage you have right now is knowledge. Ask before you buy whether a vehicle requires dealer-only diagnostic tools. Contact your representative and tell them to vote yes on the Repair Act while it has momentum. Because the manufacturers are not locking your car's data to protect you. They are locking it to protect a revenue stream. And the mechanic who has been servicing your family's cars for decades is standing in the way of it, whether they know it yet or not. If that concerns you the way it concerns me, subscribe, because the next video covers exactly how dealers are using your car's data to decide what your repairs should cost before you even walk in the door.